Chapter 12. We had our turtles, and we were ready. 3 hours had passed. A busy 3 hours. We had our snack with Cornelius, fig Newtons, and lemonade. We tried out the rope swing and failed. It wasn't possible. We agreed to come back that night for some stargazing on Cornelius's moon-viewing platform. We had stopped at Bullfrog Lagoon, bagging 2 big turtles in 5 minutes flat. We dropped by our gingerbread house for some fishing line and a couple of plastic Ziploc sandwich bags, and we were now in position at the girls' camp. Pete stood ready at the edge of the forest, watching for my signal. Turtle 1 was under his arm. Turtle 2 was with me, up on the crest of a hill overlooking the camp. There was no one in sight, but Pete and I were in no hurry. We would wait. 10 minutes passed, 20. There was a cricket somewhere in the bushes nearby, so I passed a little time by trying to figure out what the temperature was. I remembered reading in a nature book that all you have to do is count the number of cricket chirps in 15 seconds and then add 40. If that was true, then it was 85 degrees Fahrenheit. Pretty hot. Of course, I already knew it was hot, but suddenly I spotted Jill and Sunny gliding around the point in their canoe. They were paddling hard, but there were still some trees between them and the clearing. Pete could make it if he was fast. I signaled frantically, and Pete went into action. He raced out to the middle of the clearing, put Turtle 1 down on the ground, and sprinted back over the trees, barely reaching cover before the girls cleared the point. Keeping low, I quickly worked my way down the hill and joined Pete behind some bushes, where we had a good view of the clearing. Right away, we saw a flaw in our plan. We should have picked a slower turtle. Turtle 1 turned out to be some kind of crazy speed demon. He was up on his tiptoes, practically galloping toward the forest on a line that would take him past the safari tent. He was a third of the way there already. Pete and I squirmed. If Turtle 1 disappeared into the underbrush before the girls saw him, we'd be down and out, back to square one. As for Jill and Sunny, they were taking their time, carefully unloading the canoe item by item. They'd been on a picnic or something, and they must have taken half their camp with them. Turtle 1 was cruising along in high gear. No pain, no strain. He wasn't wasting any time. Meanwhile, what the girls were doing is mainly talking. They talked about the raccoon they had seen scurrying down the shore. They exclaimed about the rock they just found with some kind of fossil in it. Jill talked about eyes. She said she liked brown eyes. She thought they were cute. They chatted about movie stunts. Sunny said she'd like to be a stunt woman in a sword and sorcery movie, so she could do things like leap off of castle walls. Turtle 1 had his head down and was pouring on the steam. Pete groaned quietly. Now the girls were bent over the canoe, looking for something they'd lost. I couldn't stand it. Forget it, I wanted to yell. You can buy another one. Turtle 1 was in the home stretch, nearing the edge of the clearing. Our gooses were almost cooked. Turtle 1 stopped, and here came the girls, up into the clearing, their arms full of picnic stuff. Turtle 1 was straight ahead of them. All they had to do was look. The girls veered off in the direction of their tent. No, I croaked under my breath. Just then, Turtle 1 started up again. He only had 2 feet to go. Hey, look, said Jill. A turtle. She must have seen him out of the corner of her eye. And he's got something on his back. They threw down their stuff, ran over, and picked up Turtle 1 just as he was about to crawl under a bush. Pete and I gave quiet sighs of relief. Sunny held the turtle while Jill quickly untied the fishing line that held the plastic sandwich bag in place. What's this? Said Jill, opening the bag and taking out our letter. Sunny looked excited. It's a letter, she said. They read it, Sunny looking over Jill's shoulder. Return address, Abigail Peters III, 5 Old Knob Road, Beacon Hill, Boston, Massachusetts, April 12, 1986. The letter reads, Dear whoever you are, oh, thank you. You found my precious little Snowball. Isn't he absolutely the cutest little turtlekins you have ever seen? How can I ever thank you? Never mind, I know how. Money. Now, don't you worry, I can afford it. People may say I'm just an eccentric old lady, but at least I'm a rich eccentric old lady, and I certainly know what I can afford. You can be sure about that. As for Snowball, please leave him where you found him. I only want you to tell me that he is all right. You cannot know how difficult it is for me to release him into the wilderness, which I shall do this very afternoon. After the many wonderful years we have spent together, But I can sense that the little darling is not happy living in a luxurious mansion in the middle of a big city. He longs to have fresh green grass tickling his tiny toes. He was born free, he shall live free. Now, all you have to do is find Snowball's charming little wife, Poopsie. Finding her should be easy as pie, since she and Snowball are never far apart. They are quite devoted to each other, you know. So, quick as you can, find Poopsie. Take the note from her back, send that note together with this one to me at the above address, and I will have my private secretary send you some cold, hard cash. Let's make it $500, shall we? Are they all right? Do they look well? You can tell if Snowball is happy, because when he is happy, he will shake hands with you if you say, "Put her there, partner." He's a very clever turtle. Poopsie, on the other hand, is quite shy, but she's loads of fun once you get to know her. Well, enough of my silly chatter. Just send me the letters and a word or two about Snowball and Poopsie, and I will send you the 500 smackers. Hugs and kisses to you, and please give my darling turtles some hugs and kisses too. Very truly yours, Abigail Peters III. Okay, so are the girls going to fall for the trick or not? Is another plan going to backfire on the boys? We shall see. That was chapter 12.